Fenerbahçe Beko'dan Derrick Williams'la beraberiz. Sezon ortasında neler değişti onun için bunları konuşacağız. Sezonun geri kalanında neler bekliyor, neler umut ediyor bunları konuşacağız. Derrick, hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Fine, thank
Good,
you.
good, good.
Well, half of the season is gone,
Yeah.
and now you're sitting here like it's 5 months you're here, and the other second half is coming. So, how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm glad that we're finally getting some guys back from injury, and it's good, especially to have everybody healthy the second half of the year, so we can try and make a run and and do the things that we want to do in this game, in this season. So so far it's been good. Individually I've been healthy, so that's been great. But we have a good group of guys here, so every day's good.
Let's go back to the beginning of the season. So what changed for you with this moment, with these months coming up?
Man, everything's been good. I think that for myself, it's playing in a couple different positions, and with injuries.
You're generally in 5.
Yeah, with injuries and things like that. So when I first signed here, I knew we already had like 3 or 4, 5 men. So. But we've had
what
injuries.
Did you expect when you first come here?
I didn't expect to be playing 5, but at the end of the day, when people go down with injuries or when coach asks us to do different things, you got to be willing and you got to sacrifice for the team. And so far it's been good, and I just want to continue to help and contribute any way I can.
So your skills got upgraded and changed. Can we say that?
Yeah, every position kind of has a different skill set, but it's just a lot of hard work of, staying after practice, coming before the games early and just trying to master different positions, and whatever coach asks from us, it's for the good of the team. And he's been a great coach, and it's my first year with him, and I think that he's really demanding of what he wants, and for us to win, and we know that what he asks is our best chance of winning.
Let's talk about coach then. What did he want from you in the beginning, and now what did change? What can you say about the process?
Yeah, coach, he asked a lot from me. At the end of the day, I can do multiple things on the court, so coach is always asking me to do different things and help the team out in as many ways as possible, whether it be rebounding, switching on defense, guarding multiple positions.
Malcolm told the same thing, switching the defense.
Yeah. So
that's the main part, I think.
Yeah, it's been great, since we've had the addition of Malcolm. With me and him on the court, it kind of helps our switching defense a lot.
Did you know about him, by the way?
Yeah, I've known Malcolm for a long time now. We actually played each other in college as well, so I've known him for a good part of 10 years now, and I knew that he was in Kimki before for a couple years, and he's a really good player. He's really great for our team and what we want to accomplish on defense, especially. Helps me out a lot in general of being able to play multiple positions, and and not everybody's going to play a perfect game, so he's athletic enough to really block shots, get steals, get in the passing lane, and that's the type of guy we need on our team.
Let's go back to the defense, and Obra's wanting from you again.
Yeah, he's asking a lot. I think he asks a lot from everybody, but for sure, he wants us all to pick it up. I think that being able to play different positions, he's going to ask a lot from you naturally. So, being myself and Jan, Malcolm being the more athletic guys on the team.
And James came.
And James as well. He's going to ask a lot from us, and I think we have a lot of room to really improve on. And that's a good thing about, the two, splitting up into 2 halves. First part of the season, kind of figuring out what we need to accomplish, and then second half of the season, really executing it.
About you personally, you play generally in 5, but you probably be more comfortable in the 4. So what can you say?
Yeah, sometimes I'm giving up a lot of size. Especially when I'm playing the 5. Most of the time I'm 3-4 inches shorter, and 15, 20 pounds lighter. So but I try and use that to my advantage with my speed, my quickness. On offense, it's a lot of the times it's a mismatch. So, but I got to give credit to my teammates a lot. They know I'm giving up a lot of size, especially when I play the five. So, being able to help and trap on defense and trying to keep the ball out of their five-man's hand. That's the main goal. So, we've been a team through the ups and downs, and we've had some downs this year so far, but we're still a really good team, and we can pull through a lot of these adversities.
Was it hard to experience that downs lots of time, especially in this court?
Yeah.
Against Fener fans?
Of course, you never want to lose at home.
Yeah.
I think that everybody knows that when you go on the road, it's going to be much harder to win games in general. But you want to try and protect home court as much as possible. You're not always perfect. You can't always win every game. But I think the games that we did lose at home, we kind of gave the game away. And I think that's always the worst.
In Valencia game, you did it twice.
Yeah, we had a chance a couple times to really cover our mistakes, and we just couldn't pull through. But I think the games, against Zenit, Zalgiris, Valencia, those games can really shape our season. They can really. Now I think that's why when we played Olympiacos last week, I think it really helped us of value in every possession, having a lead and keeping the lead, and I think that's just a credit to our team of knowing what we've already messed up on and trying to get better each and every week, and and we want to win more road games and as well as protect home court.
Last year, Nikola Mele was like you. He had to play five because of the injuries again. And then he went to NBA. And I know you're going to go back to NBA, but I just want to hear from you. What do you want to expect? Again, just talk about NBA a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I was 5, 6 years old, that's what I dreamed about playing. And, that was one of my dreams come true of when I got drafted in 2011. So it's always a dream, and like you said with Meli, I know that it's always a dream for him too. Anybody who plays basketball.
There are lots of players from Fenerbahçe to go to NBA.
Yeah, there's a good number of guys that have done that. But I like to kind of stay in the present, and really try and conquer all the goals that I have in my mind, and as well as the team's goals for the current season. And it's been really fun, regardless of the ups and downs. But at the end of the day, the NBA is always been in my mind since I've been a little kid. So both the EuroLeague and the NBA are getting more and more popular every single year.
Yeah.
More and more fans are watching. So whichever way it might go, it's been really, really fun so far.
Well, how can you define to be a part of this family? Because they, not this year, but generally they play together lots of times. And Kalina, Bobby, Gigi, Jan, they're here very much time, and they're going to be here probably too, 1 or 2 years too. So what can you say about being a part of it?
It's been great. It's something that I haven't experienced even in the NBA, with you can really sense the bond that all of these guys have. That only happens with time, with time and chemistry, your personalities, your character, and that's just a tribute to all of those guys. I think that if any of these guys that you just named, if they weren't very good people or they didn't have a good personality or good character, they wouldn't be here for this long. So, they're all amazing guys. They all want to win. You got to have the winning mentality, and I think combined with all the players, with the coach, the fans, I think it's a winning culture, and that's what you want. So I think that's why it's been great since I've been here. It's a really big family with all my teammates, coaches, fans. Everybody is one, so it's been good.
Well, have you ever been worried about getting accustomed to losing games in the EuroLeague, especially?
Yeah, it's you never. I don't think anybody gets used to it. you know, we definitely got tired of it, you know, and especially over the last 3, 4, 5 years that I've been watching. And even though this is my first year, you can tell that a lot of these guys are not accustomed to losing, you know, and that's a good thing to have. You know, you never want to lose. And I think that whenever you have such a dominant part of a decade, it's and you lose a few games, you know, people are like, oh, what's going on? So, you know, it's a process, but at the same time, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
You want to compete and try and win as many games as possible. Trying to stay healthy, compete as hard as you can, win as many games as you can, and you want to be in the mix when it's all said and done and have a chance to win. So that's what we want to do right now, and through the second half of the season, just keep competing and hopefully, you know, we don't have any more of those hiccups like we did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, past is past, and now the second half is coming. So, what do you expect? What are your goals? It's just a cliche, but I have to ask, you know.
No, it's you know, the goals are just to be better than we were in the first half. You know, I think everybody wants to try and win every single game as possible. We want to compete, play hard, play with passion, protect home court, and win as many games on the road as we can. And I think that's the recipe of making the playoffs, is winning as many games as you can on the road and protecting home court. And if you can do that, you have a good chance to make the playoffs.
What do you think about your role? Because you've been compared with Epe, Jan, and lots of 5 numbers. Fener, this must be hard for you.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, with Epe and Jan and Melly and all the guys that they've had before me, they're all great players, you know,
and Joffrey,
yeah,
you know, hard times.
Yeah, and you know, with Joffrey, you know, being back with us, I think it helps us so much. You know, you know, he's a big man that can score in multiple positions. Another big guy that can help me out as well. So it's great to have him. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of good guys that have been here. So I don't look at it as pressure. I just want to just keep competing, and if I compete at the level that I know I can, everything will go well.
Well, after James and Malcolm, especially Malcolm, gonna help you a lot, I think. What do you think you can change in the game? Is it gonna be hard for them? Not especially for James. They know the team, but he knows the team. But especially for Malcolm, is it gonna be hard?
You know, Malcolm being in different. I see a lot of myself in Malcolm in the sense of
athletics, fast legs.
Yeah,
you got both.
We've been around different parts of the world the last couple of years, and then you want to be in a spot that's a winning culture and have guys that are going to help you out as much as possible. And this is the right place to come. So I think he's going to do an amazing job in helping us out. We need another player like him and another good guy that can really be a great locker room presence. On the court, brings a lot of fire and energy. So that's what the fans want to see. That's what our coaches want to see, and that's what our teammates want to see. So he's a great addition. James, he's been here before.
Yes.
He's been in NBA. He's been China. You know, so he's gone around the world as well. So he's seen the ins and outs of all the ups and downs, just like all of us. So I think he's happy to be back. This is my first time being on teammates with him. So far, he's been amazing. He's been a good guy, and I know the fans are happy to see him back.
Have you have any critics about yourself, your game?
Yeah, always. I think I'm my biggest critic.
Can I hear 1 or 2 for this season?
Yeah, I think I'm my biggest critic. At the end of the day, you have to evaluate yourself. You have to look at yourself in the mirror. So I think that I can definitely do better in communicating with my teammates a little bit more. I feel like I do a pretty good job of talking, but I can always do more. Also helping out with rebounds. You know, so in the beginning of the season, coach describes it as like when you're going to the lane from the wing, making too many jump passes and either like traveling or or sometimes turning the ball over. So, just kind of coming to a stop and, evaluating the game a little bit. Sometimes I might be going too fast, and it's not always about just speed. It can be more about control. And, so far, I feel like I've done a good job, but I feel like I'm my biggest critic, and I can always do better. You can always get better in different aspects of the game.
So what should we expect for the second half? What can you say for now?
I never look at
just say
really
now,
like,
and we can talk after the second half too.
Yeah, like I never really.
It's like a bucket list.
I never really like want to pinpoint exactly what I want to try and accomplish, but I just want to help out as much as possible. I know I can shoot better than I have. I know I can rebound better than I have. I know I can get steals more than I have. Every aspect of the game I know I can be better at, and that's why when you're a critic of yourself, it's more healthy for you.
What do you want to do most on the court? What do you like most? Dunks?
Yeah, I think dunks are.
Because I can see the passion when you do that kind of magical things for me. It's impossible for me to do that, of course. I can see the passion.
Yeah, I love to bring energy. I love to bring passion. If I don't know, we have 15,000 people sometimes, and not everybody has been here multiple times before. So if it's their first time being in the gym, you can always gain more fans, and it might be the first time somebody's watching me play. So I want to leave a lasting impact with passionate energy. It's like, even if I didn't make any shots or anything, it's like, oh, this guy plays with passion. He plays with heart. He plays with energy. So I like this guy. So that's the guy I've always tried to strive to be.
Okay, lastly, I'm gonna ask you about the message to fans, because sometimes they can angry with you, but they need to hear something from you too.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we've all been playing this game a long time. I think everybody knows when they mess up or when they got to play better. And at the end of the day, that's just the person that I am. A lot of things don't really bother me. You always got to keep a cool head and just be steady. And I think you don't want to get too high or too low. You kind of want to be neutral and
balanced.
And balanced, yeah. And and I think when you're balanced, and like I say, you can't win every game. Nobody tries to make mistakes. Nobody tries to lose games. Everybody wants to win. I'll tell you that. And that's the main thing about this club and why you come here, is you want to win. So trust me when I say when we lose, everybody's upset.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you.
Thank you. Derrick Williams'la beraberdik. Onunla birlikte hem geride kalan sezonun ilk bölümünü konuştuk, hem de gelecek hedeflerini konuştuk. Ona teşekkür ediyoruz.